Sir.
Okay. Obviously, guys, just really proud of our guys for competing for 4 quarters, and I think we've had 5 games here decided on a kick in the last 2 years, and so obviously really excited to be on the right side of one, and to get 2 in a row and to kind of build some momentum here, going into what we keep calling the second season here has been obviously exciting for our team. Plenty of ways for us to continue to improve. Disappointing to have the turnovers, and but also just impressed with our team's kind of mental toughness and fortitude to finish the game over the last 9 minutes, and get a big stop when we turn it over on our side of the 50, and to get a miss, and then to get 2 scores, and then stop them. When we had to stop them. After we kind of shot ourselves in the foot a little bit, was just, I think, shows the continuous growth and character of this team. Really excited to have our 2015 team back and be around and witness that, and just see how those guys are doing in their lives. At this point, I think they're still young men. I like to consider myself somewhat young, so I hope they're young, but neat to see all their kids running around, and all those guys kind of doing life. Some of those linemen have slimmed down, and some of those running backs have blown up a little bit on us. So isn't life funny? But obviously those guys mean a lot to our program. It was neat to have Jamie back to witness the game, and then just a big shout out to Beth DeBush, who's our outgoing commissioner of this conference for football. Has worked tirelessly to make this Big South OVC thing work. And in the ever-changing landscape of college football, I just appreciate the relationship I have with her.
You haven't given the Lou Brown Major League speech about winning streaks, have you?
Yeah, that's like just at one of my first sports movies that I ever watched. I'm not sure my parents knew I watched it at the time, but certainly just trying to focus on one game at a time. A great opponent this week in SEMO. They kind of look like us. They've been beat up, and they've been up and down as far as developing depth within their roster, and they're, I think, playing better now than they've played all season, and certainly them getting their quarterback back off the his MCL. I think a grade 3 MCL tear. Guy comes back in 2.5 weeks. It's pretty impressive to me, and so obviously he's a tough guy, and guy's 6'8". I'm glad I don't have to play him in one-on-one basketball.
It might be the mental fortitude, the kind of not flinching. Has there been a kind of prolonged theme kind of in the wings the past 2 weeks?
Yeah, we really, just have talked to our team tirelessly, since South Carolina State about playing for 60 minutes and playing like it's 0-0. And I guess I should say it started at William & Mary, and our guys have just kind of adopted that mindset of, hey, let's take the situations out of the game. Let's take the scoreboard out. Let's not be stressed by the circumstances. Let's just play. And I think that's what allows us to bounce back after we, shot ourselves in the foot, gave a third down and a pass, or roughing the passer, which we can't do. But allowed us to come back and get stops, and then make a big rush and knock their guys back, and get a kick that we blocked. So obviously, if you don't have that mindset earlier in the game when we fumble, in the fourth quarter, we probably just let them score. So I just think that kind of points to the growth of our team and what kind of character we got in that locker room.
When you guys were on the losing streak, you were very big on just look ahead and don't focus on what's going on, what's happened in the past. Yeah. Now that it's a winning streak going, is that the same mentality, or are the guys enjoying this a little bit more?
Well, I think they're definitely, their food tastes better in the calf. But I think, just from our mindset, we've really tried to refresh their minds and say, hey, these last 5 games are a new season. And they've done a good job of that. What I like with them right now is we feel like dissatisfied about how we played. They're joyful and glad to win last Saturday, but they feel like they got a lot left in the tank as far as playing better, energy, And our guys man, just the toughness of our team. We got a lot of guys in that injury report that are playing, that are sucking it up. And so I just really want to praise our physical toughness as well, for guys kind of working through things and not making excuses and not, looking for ways out.
With Chris being out, what have you seen out of some of the guys, some of the other receivers, especially Rashawn, kind of the freshman of the week?
Yeah, I mean, he's tough to cover. He's a big target. Mekhi Canfield had more catches than he's ever had in a game last week. We got Nabanye going, our tight end, and Jamil. Obviously 2 games ago having the touchdown passes. So, it's been kind of you absorb his production by committee. I think a lot of that has to do with Zoltan and finding the right guys that are open. And we had 5 drops in the game too. So his production could have been even better if we'd caught a couple more of these balls that really were good throws that hit us in the hands and we didn't make the plays. But Sean Cunningham, I feel like we've known was going to be a good player for a long time. Now the ball's finding him, and he knows what to do when it's a 50-50 ball, and he knows how to get open.
Has Zoltan been doing anything different the last couple of weeks, or is he just kind of coming into his own more, or what's been the difference with his performance?
It's a good question. I think it's kind of just settling into a new offense, you know what I'm saying? And I think, solidifying our O-line. I think their confidence, if I had to point to like a most improved group on our team, I think it would be them. And they, we got no seniors up there. They're all, we got 1 junior and sophomores and freshman center. And I think, part of it is their maturity as well. But certainly I think Zoltan is just kind of understanding what Seth wants him to get out of each play, and he's doing a good job doing the unseen things. To me, those are checking the runs into the right direction and setting the protections the way they need to be set, so that we can run plays that are higher percentage and have a better chance of being successful.
Did you get a chance to talk to Jamie at all on Saturday?
Yeah, we talked for a long time actually on Sunday after the game. It's just game days are kind of wild. So, but good to see a good friend and obviously talk a little coaching and talk a little life.
Cool. Gabe, appreciate your time.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, appreciate you guys.